Thimun, Qatar takes immense pride in its extensive diversity. This year, students of 79 different nationalities from 80 schools participated in the conference, for a total of around 1,600 student delegates and 1,800 student participants. Our pride in our diversity lends to our deep appreciation for the attendance of a number of special delegations. We had the Hope for Education and Leadership in Afghanistan, or HELA, Afghanistan delegation, attending for the second year, joined this year by the Seeds of Peace delegation from Palestine, the QA Action delegation from Sri Lanka, and the Doha Home Educators delegation, which teaches expatriates in Qatar. We believe that their participation makes Thimun, Qatar more representative of the world, and we highly appreciate their contribution to the conference. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Mr. Sanda Ferdinando, President of HRC2, and Sanskriti Tandem, Registrar for the ICJ, to pay special thanks to these delegates. Can I please ask the delegates and mentors of Seeds of Peace, HELA, Doha Home Educators, and the Eastern Province MUN Initiative to come up on stage.
In a place of brutal violence and disaster, a resounding sense of hope, power, and courage united individuals from all over the world. This was the crux of last year's Thimun, Qatar, Afghanistan initiative, which I have been fortunate enough to be a part of. Despite defying all the odds, their stories sparked great urgency in the education of the field of MUN in Qatar and abroad. From a small group of only 5 delegates, the collaboration between Thimun OMUN and many passionate individuals has resulted in successfully increasing this number to 40 delegates. We're all the delegates on the stage right now. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sanda Ferdinando, President of HRC2, and it is my honor to be speaking in front of you today to present the work of the Thimun OMUN High School and Motor Initiative on behalf of all the international delegates and mentors. This initiative consists of 4 special delegations to Thimun, Qatar, the homeschool educators and the delegates from the Hope of Education and Leadership in Afghanistan, or HELA, which I will be presenting, and the Seeds of Peace from Palestine, and the Eastern International College Sri Lanka delegation, which Sanskriti Tandon will be presenting. The delegation from HELA is directed by 3 immensely dedicated individuals from last year's Afghanistan initiative: Rahmatullah Hamad, Medina Kisrawi, and Suleiman Kilo, a true testament to the leaps and bounds they've made over their journey. All the delegates they mentor in Afghanistan and those who are brought to Doha today will be the future leaders of Afghanistan. The delegation from the Doha Home Educators was founded and spearheaded by our PGA, Christopher Misrawi. Christopher and I, along with assistants from Park House English School, have managed to train 7 delegates who are part of a community who do not have the opportunity to experience MUN debates. Delegates, it is now your responsibility to go out to your community and teach them. I promise you that I will be committed to guide you along the way as I take the reins of this program next year as Chris's high school journey comes to a close. Chris, thank you for all that you have started. I hope that I will be able to maintain and carry on the legacy that you have created with DHE MUN. Before I hand the mic to Sanskriti, I would like to thank all the individuals that have been a part of this initiative: Terry Chung and Jessica Chen from Taipei American School, Kutse Mukhertirwa, Salam Kidan, and Kari Grau for working on the photo challenge for the delegates and the rest of the OMUN community, and last but certainly not least, Ms. Lisa Martin for commencing these initiatives and motivating a plethora of students to make a difference. Thank you. I will now be handing over the mic to Sanskriti.
Thank you. As Sandra mentioned before, my name is Sanskriti Tandon and I'm a grade 10 student at Qatar Academy. And I'll be presenting the Seeds of Peace and the Eastern International College delegates today. I've had the great honor of serving as a student officer in the International Court of Justice at Thimun, Qatar 2016. Following the success of last year's Afghan initiative, an idea was sprung by an inspired student at Qatar Academy to reach out to our sister school in Sri Lanka and invite a few more students. After working on the technical logistics and preparing for their arrival, the time came to train the delegates about MUN itself. The mentors, Vaidehi Vishwanath, Noura Al-Kavi, Afra Shibu, along with myself, used various platforms of social media to communicate to these delegates in order for them to be prepared to their fullest potential prior to the conference. However, in my opinion, one of the most successful tools used was Online Hall United Nations Qatar, as it provided them with hands-on experience with regards to debate skills, parliamentary procedures, and a great general overview on MUN as a whole. It is tough to train delegates who are unaware of MUN, especially overseas, but the sheer dedication portrayed by these 15-year-old individuals was enough to make all our efforts worthwhile. Juggling between this and schoolwork is a hassle. However, it all pays off with moments that make you proud, which is something they have never failed to deliver. Whether it was finishing their opening speeches and resolutions in one day, or being a main submitter to a resolution at Thimun, Qatar 2016. I couldn't be more proud of all of you. Likewise, the delegates of the Seeds of Peace in Palestine have showed outstanding cooperation and dedication towards preparing for Thimun, Qatar, and it was more than what we could have asked for. Their understanding, knowledge, and their never-ending capacity to learn more is what has gotten them here. Seeds of Peace is an organization which aims to bring together the youth from areas of conflict with hopes of peace building. Reem Abdul Majid and Mohammed Al-Taji, as mentors and role models for these 7 young individuals, have created a strong platform for them to expand their initiatives and express their thoughts and feelings freely at conferences like Thimun, Qatar. In hopes to give a few young students a chance to travel out of their hometown, interact with outstanding delegates like yourselves, and most importantly, to participate in this immense conference, the following delegates were selected from the Eastern International College and from the Seeds of Peace in Palestine. We would also like to give a special thank you to Ms. Lisa Martin, as none of this would be possible without her, and without her involvement and dedication towards making every conference better than the last. I would now like to call on Noura Al-Kabi and Vaidehi Vishwanath, the heads of the Sri Lankan MUN initiative, to present the Sri Lankan delegates with their certificates. I now present the co-president of QA Action to address us with a few quick words.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Good afternoon, honored chairs, fellow delegates, and esteemed guests. I would like to start off by congratulating everyone on a very successful conference. Many of us have been involved in Thimun for many years, while some this is only the beginning of their journey. This year we were incredibly lucky to welcome the Sri Lankan delegation. The QA Action Club, led by Mr. Mark Flower and Mr. Steve George, along with the head of Thimun, Qatar, Ms. Lisa Martin, have worked hard to ensure them a place in this conference. I remember traveling to Sri Lanka with my classmates as if it was yesterday, seeing the students excited to start off the week. It fills my heart with immense joy to see how much the delegates have learned this week, and I cannot wait to witness the great things they will accomplish in the near future for their country and for their world. We'd also like to thank MTC for their sponsor, because without them this wouldn't have been possible. Thank you.
It is moments like these that make us proud to be part of Thimun, Qatar, as they show us the sheer happiness and the power of education that brings to us all. Knowing that there is a way to create equality, to create a better tomorrow, gives a peace to an individual. However, these things take time. So we hope that all of you as delegates here today will take the lessons that you have learned today and spread them for a better tomorrow. Because as my dad once said, it does not matter how slowly you go, as long as you don't stop. Thank you.
Good afternoon, everyone. It is a vast honor for me and our delegation here again with a larger group of people. Let me remember you all the beautiful memories of last year, when the very first delegation from Afghanistan participated in Thimun, Qatar for the first time. Even it was hard thing to make it happen, but by the assistance of everyone, we made our way to last year's conference. During the past year, I have learned that we should use opportunities in a best way and create best opportunities for others. And this is exactly what Ms. Martin did for us. Starting Hila, coming to Thimun, Qatar, and other things, all these were impossible without the efforts of Ms. Martin. In order to thank Ms. Liza Martin, Hila team has provided a certificate of Thanksgiving. So I invite Rahmatullah Hamdar, the CEO of Hila, to present the certificate to Ms. Liza Martin.